Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode series. I'm your average Joe and we're here on Friday Night SmackDown, opening up the show with the #1 contender to the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. It is Cody Rhodes. We've got a mixed reaction here tonight. Some cheers, some boos. But Cody Rhodes last week did earn himself that #1 contendership against Roman Reigns and LA Knight. So Cody Rhodes will be heading to Payback to take on the new Undisputed Universal Champion, main event Jey Uso. These two do have a heated rivalry in this Universe Mode series. Jey Uso believed that Cody Rhodes was pretty much taking his opportunity away from him to dethrone the tribal chief. But Cody Rhodes is out here and he wants to address the WWE Universe, and I'm sure he also wants to address main event Jey Uso as well. So Cody Rhodes was out for 4 months, returned at SummerSlam. But let's see what he's got to say here tonight. 4 months. 4 long months. That's how long I was out, sitting at home, recovering, while this business, this ring, kept moving without me. And why was I out? Why was I on the sidelines? Because of Jey Uso. Now I get it, Jey. I understand why you did what you did. You felt like I was in your way, like I was stealing something that was meant for you. You thought I was taking your moment. So, you did what you had to do at Money in the Bank. You did what you had to do at Extreme Rules. You took me out. But here's the thing, Jey. What you took from me wasn't just a title shot, wasn't just an opportunity. No. You took something I'll never get back. You took time. 4 months of my career, 4 months of my life, gone. While I was at home healing, watching my dreams slip through my fingers, you were out here climbing to the top. You were out here making your mark. And now, you stand as the Undisputed Universal Champion. And you know what? I can live with that. But what I can't live with, Jey, is what it cost me. It wasn't just time. It was trust. It was friendship. You and I thought we were on the same page. I thought we had something real. We were building something special in this ring, in this business. But you showed me that I was wrong. And that did something to me. You see, I've always had this side of me, this darker side. It's been there since day one, itching, clawing, trying to break out. But I've kept it in check. I've kept it locked away because I've always wanted to do the right thing. I've always wanted to stand tall, to be the man my father, Dusty Rhodes, raised me to be. But after you, Jey, after you took away my time, my trust, my opportunity, I snapped. And I don't know if I can keep that darker side at bay anymore. I don't know if I can control it going forward, because now, all I see is the man who took everything from me standing at the top of this business, holding the one thing that belongs to me, the Undisputed Universal Championship. So here we are. You're the champion and I'm the #1 contender. But this is not just about a title anymore. This is not just about finishing some story. This is personal. This is about righting a wrong. This is about taking back what was stolen from me. And Jey, at Payback, I'm not just coming to beat you. I'm coming to end this. I'm coming to take that title and to put an end to whatever friendship we ever had. Because I don't care what it takes, Jay. I don't care what I have to do. The undisputed Universal Championship will be mine. Oh, and before I forget, Randy Orton. Don't think I've forgotten about you either. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we move into the United States Championship Tournament to determine the next #1 contender, and Ilya Dragunov was unsuccessful at SummerSlam to take that United States Championship away from Logan Paul, but he does have an opportunity to earn himself that #1 contendership once again, so he is in singles action here tonight. Whoever wins this match will go on to face the winner of the other round in the tournament, and then the winner of the entire tournament will face Logan Paul for that United States Championship. So we're going to see if Ilya Dragunov can get the victory here, progress in the tournament, and perhaps try and get a second chance at the United States Championship. It's a big opportunity for him. He doesn't want to let this opportunity slip through his fingers. He moved up from NXT a couple of months ago and made it clear that he wanted to go after that United States Championship. He's been butting heads with Logan Paul ever since, as Logan Paul feels as though Ilya Dragunov doesn't deserve to be on the main roster. But the Mad Dragon is here, and I'm sure that he's here to stay. And you can see the determination in his eyes. I'm sure that loss at SummerSlam is only going to propel him forward. But let's get his opponent out here. Well, this is going to be a hard-hitting contest. None other than the bruiserweight Pete Dunne, a man who is a free agent at the moment, coming over to Friday Night SmackDown, clearly been given the opportunity to perhaps progress in this United States Championship tournament. It's a big opportunity for Pete Dunne. He could earn himself a contract if he is able to progress in this tournament. He could be staying here over on Friday nights, but he's got one hell of a challenge in Ilya Dragunov. But both of these men really know how to pack a punch. So as I said, this is going to be a very hard-hitting contest. Two of the hardest hitters in the game. So Pete Dunne making his Universe Mode Series debut here tonight. What can he achieve? Can he progress in the United States Championship tournament? We're moments away from finding out. So Ilya Dragunov going up against Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne with a point to prove here. Hold on a second. What is this? Well, it's the United States Champion, Logan Paul. Well, it seems like Logan Paul is heading out to ringside here. Ilya Dragunov doesn't seem too impressed by that. Neither does Pete Dunne, to be honest. He seems a little bit confused as well. Ilya Dragunov just locking eyes with the United States Champion. And Logan Paul looks like he's going to sit in that ringside here. Well, Ilya Dragunov will need to remain focused on his opponent here tonight. He doesn't want to allow the champion to get in his head. But here we go, matchup underway, and Pete Dunne with a reversal immediately out the gates. Wasn't going to allow Ilya Dragunov to get the upper hand early on here. Into a suplex, dropping Ilya Dragunov on the back of his neck. Big right hand by Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne showing a good start so far. It is early on, of course, but even to get this far, against Ilya Dragunov is impressive. Went for a Kimura there, but Ilya Dragunov able to slide out of it. Pete Dunne, though, remaining on the offense with the knee to the spine, and now stomping away at the head. Well, if I'm Logan Paul, I'm not sure that I want either of these two to progress, to be honest, in the tournament. But into the cover goes Pete Dunne. Oh, big kick out found by Ilya Dragunov. The Mad Dragon, it's going to take a lot to keep him down. He had an impressive showing at SummerSlam, but just didn't find enough in the tank to get the victory on that occasion. Logan Paul was able to remain the champion, and oh my goodness, Pete Dunne on the outside with a suplex into a bit of a powerbomb. Now Ilya Dragunov finding a reversal. Oh, and a swinging neck breaker on the concrete floor. Pete Dunne is really leaving everything out on the line here. The referee on a 5 count, dropping Ilya Dragunov on the back of his neck again. These two may want to head back into the ring here. Ilya Dragunov sent into the steel steps by Pete Dunne. The referee's count is getting up there. Pete Dunne heading back into the ring. Is he going to try and take a count-out victory? Referee's count is at 9. Ilya Dragunov just about able to get back into the ring. There's not even a second to spare. But now Pete Dunne up on his shoulders into some snake eyes. Pete Dunne was clearly trying to get that count-out victory, but Ilya Dragunov now, that's given him the opening that he needed to get back into this one. Targeting the arm on Pete Dunne, and now knee to the face. The follow. Pete Dunne's in some trouble right now. You don't want to allow Ilya Dragunov to get too much momentum. He seems to feed off of the WWE Universe, so the more that the crowd gets behind him, the worse this is going to be for Pete Dunne. It's now into a sleeper hold goes Ilya Dragunov, but referee's calling for a rope break. I'm not sure that I really saw Pete Dunne grab a hold of the ropes, but I mean, it is the referee's decision. And Ilya Dragunov now. Hold on a second. H-bomb connecting. Needs to back to their feet though. Trading blows. Big right hands. Ilya Dragunov getting the upper hand here, getting the crowd behind him. Hold on a second. The United States champion into the ring, and the referee's called it. Well, even Pete Dunne seems a bit confused here. Well, what on earth does that mean for the United States Championship tournament? Well, Pete Dunne's heading out of it, allowing Logan Paul to have his way with Ilya Dragunov. Clearly, Logan Paul doesn't want to be facing off against Ilya Dragunov again. Logan Paul up to the top rope, elbow drop to the heart of Ilya Dragunov. The threat of the Mad Dragon clearly is something that Logan Paul doesn't want to have to deal with again. It's now Logan Paul in German suplex delivered by Ilya Dragunov. And now another German suplex. Well, Ilya Dragunov has had enough of the United States champion, and again a third time. Ilya Dragunov feeling the wear and tear of that matchup. Made his way back to his feet regardless though, and it looked like Logan Paul may have been going for that knockout punch, but Ilya Dragunov went into that sleeper hold again. But luckily for Logan Paul, he's able to find that reversal. Ilya Dragunov seems to have done his homework. Able to reverse most of Logan Paul's attacks here and into a wicked clothesline. Almost taking the head off of Logan Paul. And now Logan Paul up and slammed down to the mat. Ilya Dragunov very impressive here tonight. Unfortunately for him, it hasn't ended in a victory though. And now Logan Paul lining things up and to the outside with a suicide dive over the top rope. Logan Paul showing his athleticism. Now just stomping away at Ilya Dragunov here. And hold on a second, Pete Dunne is back on the ramp again. And now Logan Paul's turned his attention to Pete Dunne. What on earth is going on here tonight? Well, the referee seems to be trying to calm things down, but I'm not sure that it's going to work here. Oh my goodness, these two trading blows now on the stage. Security out here trying to separate these two. But hold on a second, Pete Dunne has broken free here. We got to get some control of these two. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show after that calamity of a match in the United States Championship Tournament, we have Sasha Banks out here, fresh off of a victory at SummerSlam, but also a disappointing week for her last week. She had an opportunity against the WWE Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, in a non-title match. It was one-on-one, but Io Sky made her way out to ringside, caused a distraction, and, well, cost Sasha Banks in the end. Sasha Banks ended up getting counted out in that one. She allowed Io Sky to get inside her head and cause the distraction. But Sasha Banks is out here tonight to address the WWE Universe. I'm sure that she's going to discuss her future and perhaps even a little bit of the past with Bayley and Damage Control. Let's see what she has to say. Well. SummerSlam, huh? I told Bayley I'd beat her, and guess what? I did exactly that. But now, with her out of my way and out of Damage Control, I'm back to where I belong. Right here, standing tall and ready for what's next. But let's get down to business. Now that Bayley is gone, there's only one thing on my mind. The WWE Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, I'm coming for that title. I've fought too hard to be denied, and at the end of the day, there's only one boss of this division. But last week, something happened that I haven't forgotten about. I had Becky right where I wanted her in that non-title match. I was this close to beating her until someone decided to stick her nose in my business. Io Sky, last week you cost me that match. I should be standing here with a win over Becky Lynch. But no, you just had to come out and distract me. You wanted to send a message? Well, guess what, Io? Message received loud and clear. But let me tell you something, I'm not Bayley. You can play all the games you want, but I won't be distracted again. I'm coming for the Women's Championship, and no one is going to stop me. Oh. Well, I think there's someone who may disagree with that, Sasha. It is the woman who cost Sasha Banks last week. The woman who is still a part of Damage Control with Dakota Kai by her side, Io Sky. Clearly not happy with Sasha Banks. Let's see what Io Sky and maybe even Dakota Kai have to say here. You think you can just get rid of Bayley, huh? You think you can break up Damage Control and walk away like nothing happened? Everything we built, everything we've done together, you tore it apart. Bayley was our leader, and now thanks to you, she's gone. But don't think for a second that we're just going to let that slide. You two were always just following Bayley's orders. You can talk all you want, but you've never needed her. Besides, Io, last week you showed your true colours. You're jealous because you know I'm still better than all of you. We don't need Bayley anymore. But don't think that means you're safe. You broke up our family, Sasha, and now you're going to pay for it. We don't need to beat you in a match. We don't need some grand statement in the ring. We'll get our revenge on our terms, and when you least expect it. Sasha, you should watch your back. Go ahead, bring it on. I've taken down Bayley, and I'll take down both of you too. And after that, I'll take that Women's Championship from Becky Lynch and remind everyone why I'm the boss. Well, as we move on with the show, Io Sky and Sasha Banks are still out here. And the reason being, they are in action. We have a women's battle royale to determine who the next #1 contender will be for Becky Lynch and the WWE Women's Championship. So Sasha Banks obviously just stating just now that she wants to go after that championship, but Damage Control have made it clear that they're not going to allow her to just get away with tearing Bayley away from them. So we're going to have to wait and see whether anything unfolds in this battle royale between Damage Control and Sasha Banks. But they also got to think about this woman, Nia Jax. You got to consider her as one of the favorites, surely. But here is another woman who you could state is probably a favourite in this one. It is the Storm, Jade Cargill, making her way out here. You have to say that the biggest threat so far, definitely Jade Cargill and Nia Jax in this tournament right here, or this battle royale I should say. So Jade Cargill has made it clear over the last few months that she's definitely interested in going after that women's championship, but she also seems a little bit interested in perhaps going up against Bianca Belair. But nothing seems to have really come of that. Perhaps if Bianca Belair had won that championship back, then maybe we could have seen Jade Cargill step into that #1 contendership spot, but at the moment that isn't the case. And Jade Cargill could be getting herself one step closer to that WWE Women's Championship here tonight, but you have to say that Nia Jax has been on one hell of a roll in this Universe Mode series so far, so we can't overshadow her or can't overlook her. And next up, we have none other than a woman who's previously known as Auntie Howdy. It is none other than Blair Davenport. So this is one hell of an opportunity for Blair Davenport. She could really propel her Universe Mode career heading over to Friday Night SmackDown. Although you have to mention the fact that she did cut that promo discussing her resentment towards Uncle Howdy. She feels as though she's been betrayed. She feels like she was used by Uncle Howdy. And as soon as Blair Davenport was no longer of use to Uncle Howdy, it seems like Uncle Howdy just kind of left her in the dark, which is quite ironic considering all the messages that Uncle Howdy likes to deliver. But Blair Davenport here tonight could potentially have the chance to maybe leave all that behind her and look ahead to the future and really kickstart her Universe Mode career. So a little bit of a mixed reaction here tonight. The crowd seemingly still don't really know how to react to Blair Davenport. Oh, okay. Well, we've got someone who knows Auntie Howdy all too well. Alexa Bliss also moved over to Friday Night SmackDown during the Superstar Shake-Up. After SummerSlam, Alexa Bliss did successfully defeat Auntie Howdy and officially got herself free from the Wyatts and the Howdys, of course. But you could argue that maybe Alexa Bliss is the reason that Blair Davenport is now unmasked, and maybe Alexa Bliss is also the reason that Blair Davenport has realised that she was being used. But you've got to wonder, is Blair Davenport still going to be holding any resentment towards Alexa? Well, this is definitely a dark horse in this one. None other than Alba Fire from the Unholy Union. Alba Fire was, of course, unsuccessful against Liv Morgan in their feud, which did come to an end at SummerSlam. Alba Fire wasn't able to actually get any victories in that feud, but she could be potentially about to really turn her Universe Mode career around here tonight. What an opportunity this is for Alba Fire. She could take one step closer towards being the WWE Women's Champion if she is able to survive this Battle Royale and outlast 7 other superstars. The crowd definitely making it clear that they're not behind our Alba Fire here tonight. But I'm sure that Alba Fire doesn't really care about that. She probably only has one thing on her mind, and that is to try and become the #1 contender to Becky Lynch's WWE Women's Championship. Hold on a second. Well, how does this make any sense? Miss Money in the Bank? Well, she's already got the contract. So, what on earth is Batista thinking? He's throwing Miss Money in the Bank into a battle royale where she could become the #1 contender. So she could potentially end up with the WWE Women's Championship and the Money in the Bank briefcase. Well, Tiffany Stratton, you gotta say, she may even be the biggest threat now in this one. Because if she wins, then she could take over the entire women's division here in WWE. But anyways, here we go. We get kicking things off here in this Battle Royale. It's Nia Jackson, Jade Cargill just showing off their power. Look at Nia Jax just tossing Tiffany Stratton with a military press. Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax seem to have formed some sort of partnership in this Universe Mode series. We'll have to see whether that continues here tonight. Alba Fire in big trouble and Miss Money in the Bank. Tiffany Stratton gets the first elimination. Alba Fire is out of it. She didn't last very long. As now Io Sky's in some big trouble right now with Nia Jax. Just driving the knee into the spine in that modified sleeper hold. Sasha Banks turning her attention to Nia Jax. Those two have been going back and forth a few times in this Universe Mode. Sasha Banks turns her attention to Tiffany Stratton now, who also has a little bit of history with Sasha Banks in this Universe Mode series. Now Sasha with Jade Cargill and taken out down to the floor. Now Nia Jax with Tiffany Stratton here over on the far side. Well, Nia Jax, well, these two, I'm sure they had a partnership in this Universe Mode series before, but Nia Jax could be about to eliminate Miss Money in the Bank, and she has, with some assistance by Io Sky. But even so, I thought Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton had some sort of friendship, and Blair Davenport as well has been eliminated. So these superstars are dropping like flies, but you've got to wonder, how is Tiffany Stratton going to feel about that elimination by Nia Jax? It's now a big right hand by Nia Jax, and Io Sky just dropping Alexa Bliss on the back of her neck. Now Io Sky and Sasha Banks going head to head here. Suplex delivered by Io Sky. Io Sky stating that she wants to get the elimination on Sasha Banks, but Jade Cargill not about to allow that to happen. Io Sky with a reversal now. And Jade Cargill and Sasha Banks now going head to head. Jade Cargill with a clothesline, taking Sasha Banks down to the mat. And Alexa Bliss now turns her attention to Io Sky. Any one of these superstars could be next up in facing Becky Lynch for that Women's Championship. Io Sky, of course, did start off the series with that Women's Championship, but unfortunately Bianca Belair just had too much for her. And got the victory over her, even in the rematch. And now Alexa Bliss in big trouble, but luckily was just able to slide back into the ring before Nia Jax could get the elimination. Jade Cargill in some trouble in the far corner as well. Sasha Banks looking for the elimination here, but Jade Cargill able to fight her way back into the ring. Oh, and Io Sky just slammed face first into the canvas there. And, well, Nia Jax could be in a bit of trouble here. Alexa Bliss trying to decide whether she wants to give Jade Cargill some assistance, but she decides instead to try and get the elimination on Sasha Banks. That could be a mistake from her. Nia Jax was in a very vulnerable position there. But she's able to power herself back into the ring by Io Sky. Delivers a double foot stomp for the irresistible force, and now, oh, Alexa Bliss just about able to survive once again. Now Sasha Banks, what's she going for here? Into the Bulldog, planting Io Sky face first. Jade Cargill had the right idea over on the left-hand side, staying underneath the rope, but Alexa Bliss is the next up that's out of here. Nia Jax with the elimination. Nia Jax is really wiping the slate clean here tonight, getting many eliminations so far. Eliminating Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, just to name a couple of them. Sasha Banks now heading into the corner. Just 4 superstars remaining here. Sasha Banks, of course, made it clear that she wants to go after that WWE Women's Championship, but Io Sky and Damage Control made it clear they weren't going to allow that to happen. But look at the power. But Jade Cargill, Nia Jax up. But Nia Jax finds a reversal there. Able to slip in behind. Now Jade Cargill's in some trouble. Nia Jax now. Oh my goodness, the power of Nia Jax. Jade Cargill tossed to the outside. And now we're down to 3. And Io Sky could be in some trouble right now. Nia Jax really just trying to eliminate every single person in this matchup. But Io Sky finds a way back into the ring. Who's going to be the next contender for the WWE Women's Championship? Is Sasha Banks going to make that next step in this Universe Mode series? Or is it going to be Nia Jax? Or is even Io Sky going to thwart the plan of not only Sasha Banks, but maybe even Nia Jax as well? Is Nia just looking to dominate this match as she's done so far? Io Sky now. Big strikes to the midsection. And Sasha Banks going for a bit of a submission move, which is a bit of an odd strategy in a match type like this. But I guess if you can wear out your opponent, then maybe it'll be easier to get them over the top rope. Io Sky slides in behind. Now Sasha Banks and Io Sky about to go head to head. I'm sure Io Sky would love nothing more than to be the one to eliminate Sasha Banks here tonight. And stop Sasha Banks in her tracks on her way to that Women's Championship. But Nia Jax is the woman in the middle right now, with Io Sky up on her shoulders and hangs her up on the top rope. Turned her attention to Sasha Banks, as Sasha Banks delivered that Meteora. Now Sasha Banks slamming Nia Jax face first into the canvas. And now Sasha Banks connecting with that frog splash. And I mean, it may have been a wise decision to try and get Nia Jax eliminated just there. But Nia Jax wisely rolled to underneath that bottom rope. That could be what saves her in this matchup. Io Sky now heading to the top rope. Perhaps looking for that over the moonsault connecting. Io Sky could be about to get an elimination here. But no, she's changed her attention to Nia Jax. And again, that could be another missed opportunity for an elimination. Could that be something that bites her in moments to come? Could that cost her this matchup perhaps? Sasha Banks is back to her feet now. Just stalking Io Sky here. Now Sasha Banks with Io Sky in her clutches. Io Sky finds a way to deliver some big strikes to the midsection. So now Io Sky with Sasha Banks. Now Io Sky looking for that elimination. Nia Jax just watching on at the moment. She's not going to get herself involved, it seems like. Io Sky could be moments away from getting that elimination that she would definitely be delighted with, but Luckily for Sasha Banks, she's able to find a way out of it. As now Nia Jax tried to take advantage of the situation, but Io Sky delivered that knee to the jaw. And now Sasha Banks targeting that arm. Perhaps wearing down Io Sky, getting ready for that bank statement perhaps. Nia Jax finds a big elbow on Sasha Banks. Now Nia over the top rope here, teetering on the apron for a second. Now DDT planting Nia Jax on the mat. But to be honest, for Nia Jax, that may be a good spot to be in. It's going to be a lot harder to get her over the top rope if she's on the floor. And now Sasha Banks here, driving Io Sky down to the mat. Now turns her attention to Nia Jax. Sasha Banks is on a bit of a roll here, but she needs to try and get an elimination. Can she be the one to maybe get the irresistible force out of it? Sasha Banks off the ropes, into the drop kick to the side of the head. But Io Sky back to her feet. Got to keep your head on the swivel in this kind of matchup. Io Sky now just talking to Sasha Banks, telling Sasha Banks that she said that Sasha Banks would not get this opportunity at that Women's Championship as long as Damage Control were involved. And she's looking to get that elimination right here. Sasha Banks just teetering on the top rope, but she's able to find a way back into the ring again and then into a Samoan drop. Nia Jax. Oh, and a back rake by Sasha Banks there. Just scratching the nails down the spine. Sure, that's got to give you goosebumps. As now Nia Jax just slamming Sasha Banks face first into the canvas. And oh my word, Io Sky is in deep trouble right here. Annihilator connecting. Nia Jax just tossing Io Sky into the middle of the ring. Now perhaps maybe looking for that elimination. Io Sky over the top rope, but Sasha Banks the one to squeeze in here. Sasha Banks stating that she wants to be the one for the elimination, and she's done it. Sasha Banks has got rid of Io Sky. Electric chair drop delivered by Nia Jax. Well, Sasha Banks wanted to be the one to eliminate Io Sky, but could that potentially cost her here? Nia Jax, all she has to do is eliminate one more woman and then she'll be the #1 contender, but Sasha Banks fights her way back into the ring. Sasha Banks has been on one hell of a roll in this Universe Mode series since her debut. But Nia Jax with a clothesline over the top rope. And we have the new #1 contender. The Irresistible Force will be going up against the man, Becky Lynch. And we'll speak of the man, Becky Lynch, the champion. Here she is. Nia Jax making it clear that she's coming for that championship. Becky Lynch wants to give her new contender a good stare down, a good look in the eyes, I guess, to see if Nia Jax is really ready for the challenge at hand. So Nia Jax and Becky Lynch will battle it out for that WWE Women's Championship. And well, ladies and gentlemen, to close out the show, we have none other than Solo Sikoa. And the last time we saw this man, it was at SummerSlam when he turned his back on his brother, Jimmy Uso. And then even at the end of the match, it seemed like he had a bit of a trap set up for Jimmy. Tama Tonga laid Jimmy out with that steel chair, and we've yet to see Jimmy since SummerSlam as well. But here tonight, Solo Sikoa is flanked by not only Tama Tonga, but also Tonga Loa. So you've got to wonder what is going on in the mind of Solo Sikoa. We've seen in recent months him slowly turn on his brother Jimmy Uso, costing him the United States Championship on multiple occasions. He still was battling for those WWE Tag Team titles with Jimmy Uso, but in the end, it seemed like things came to a boiling point at SummerSlam, and Solo Sikoa left Jimmy Uso all on his own to face off against the WWE Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Jimmy Uso did put up one hell of a fight in that one, and there were various moments where I personally believe that Jimmy could have won that matchup. But you do have to wonder what would have happened in that instance. Jimmy Uso would have probably held those tag team titles all on his own, or maybe they would have even become vacant. Because it seems as though Solo Sikoa has no interest in teaming with Jimmy Uso. We haven't even seen Solo Sikoa around Roman Reigns in quite some time either. So you've got to wonder what is going on in the bloodline right now. As Tama Tonga seemingly really trying to psych up Solo Sikoa as he makes his way into the ring here. Solo Sikoa with a newfound confidence here. Just slowly making his way into the ring. Just soaking in the crowd, it seems like. But Solo Sikoa is out here to address the WWE Universe to close out the show. I'm sure he probably will be discussing the events that occurred at SummerSlam. We kind of need to find out why Solo Sikoa has been behaving the way that he's been behaving in the last few months. With Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa by his side. What on earth does this mean for the WWE? And Solo Sikoa very serious here tonight. Seems like he's all about the business. There's the crowd still throwing up the ones. And Solo Sikoa also throwing up the ones as well, with Tonga Loa as well. But let's see what Solo Sikoa has to say. 2 weeks ago at SummerSlam, I made a statement that everyone needed to hear. I showed the world that the bloodline as you knew it is dead. For too long, this family has been about Roman Reigns, about Jey Uso, about Jimmy Uso. But what about me? I stood by, played the enforcer, watched my own flesh and blood take the glory. But I knew I was the one who deserved it all. At SummerSlam, Jey Uso fought Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Championship. But instead of being a warrior, Roman wasn't man enough to retain that title. And now our so-called champion is Jey Uso? That cannot stand. I should have been the one standing at the top of the mountain. I should be the one at the head of the table, running the bloodline like it's supposed to be run. Jey, Jimmy, Roman, they're all weak. They're not the future. I am. And that's why 2 weeks ago I made sure to remind Jimmy who the real threat in this family is. Jimmy was chasing the United States Championship, thinking he could handle things on his own. But he's just like the rest of them, delusional. And Roman Reigns' historic title reign? Well, that doesn't happen without me. And Jimmy thought he could still be the man. No, the real man is standing in front of you now. And I'm not doing it alone. Meet the future of the bloodline. my right-hand man, Tama Tonga. And the force no one can stop, Tonga Loa. Together, we are the new bloodline. We are the future. And you, the WWE Universe, will acknowledge the new bloodline. And you will... Hold on a second. Well, it's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso is back. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to see him for quite some time after that attack at SummerSlam by Tama Tonga, but it seemed like Solo Sikoa was about to ask for the acknowledgement of the WWE Universe. I'm sure that Jimmy Uso is not going to be happy with Solo Sikoa's antics, not only at SummerSlam, but in the last few months or so. As stated earlier on, he cost Jimmy Uso that United States Championship on multiple occasions here. Let's see what Jimmy Uso has to say. Solo, you've lost your damn mind. You don't need to be jealous of me, of Jay, of Roman. We're supposed to be family, Us. We stood together, fought together. But now, you've turned your back on us because you want to be at the top. You want to be the one running the family. Fine. Then step up and prove it like a man. But what you're doing now, what you did at SummerSlam, turning your back on me, that's not the way, Us. You think you can take over by throwing me under the bus? You think these two behind you make you stronger? Solo, listen to me. You don't need to do this. There's still a way back. We can... hold on a second. Solo Sikoa just wiping out his brother once again here. Sending Jimmy Uso into the corner, into the turnbuckle. As Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa just watching on. Just watching this beatdown by Solo Sikoa, planting Jimmy Uso with that spinning solo. Solo Sikoa isn't done just yet either. Maybe about to line Jimmy Uso up. Jimmy Uso in trouble. Samoan Spike connecting. Solo Sikoa just taking out his own brother in front of what he's calling a new bloodline here. My goodness, what does this mean for the WWE going forward? Solo Sikoa stating that he believes he should be the one at the top of the table, or the top of the mountain, and the head of the table, I should say. And it seems as though he has Jey Uso and that Universal Championship in his sights.